Hopefully this is working. Hey, you guys, this is Christina with Leads and Leverage. And today I'm actually here with you for another episode of The Ribbit Show. But this one's a little bit, usually I take your questions and answer them for you. Today, there has been a question, but today I wanted to actually share with you and talk to you guys about engagement baiting. And the reason that I don't usually post on the moment stuff, because typically this kind of stuff doesn't actually affect agents and what we're doing as much, but this one absolutely does. And it's pretty important and pretty urgent in a sense that you guys know what it is and stop doing it, because most of us are doing it. Most of us are doing these elements. So let me get this out in the groups. If you are watching this in replay, would you please do me a favor and say hi? Let me know you're here. Tell me hi. And then also, as we go through this, I'm going to ask this question later, but as we go through this, and I talk to you a little bit about engagement baiting, and we talk about it and how it affects your page and etc. I want you to share with me if you've done it, because I have. So only I didn't realize that's what I was doing. So let's just dive into this. If you are with me live, please say hi. Please let me know. If you are willing, if you would click like, that would be great, because then it'll notify people who are wanting to see me live are able to come. So it'll notify them. But let's do a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about what just came out. Facebook, I'm actually looking at the Facebook announcement on December 18th. So 2 days ago, Facebook actually posted, released a news feed FYI. And basically, they're going to be fighting engagement bait. We're going to go through this a little bit. I'm going to tell you exactly what engagement bait is, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you may be doing as an agent. A lot of agents are doing this. I'm seeing this. I'm really seeing this, a piece of this really heavy with agents. So I wanted to give you that information. I also wanted to clarify, there have been some discussions going on in the Facebook for Real Estate Agents group. I wanted to clarify some of the comments that are being said in there and give you guys some real information and some real data. So I would love it if you would please let me know that you're here. I see some of you guys live, but you're not letting me know that you're here. I want to make sure you can hear me. That's always a big one, because I have no way of testing like I would in a webinar when there are people there, but definitely let me know if you're here. So we're going to talk about engagement bait. So basically, and I'm reading through this, I've already gone through it. I know exactly what it is, but for example, a lot of engagement bait is something where you ask people to react. So they click, you tell them, please click like, or please click heart, or whatever. Please click like, or please comment, or please share. Now, I'm gonna, that's what engagement is, okay? That's engagement on Facebook. So we're gonna talk about what is engagement bait and what will actually kill, number one, the reach of your post, and number two, the reach of your page. Like, Facebook is being very active and very aggressive with this. So I'm gonna share this with you, and it's all a good thing. Hi, Brian. Hi, Jamie. Thank you so much for letting me know that you can hear me and saying hi. So let's talk about this. There's a few things that they very clearly talk about. And I don't think I can share my screen with you. Maybe I can. I'm going to share my screen with you to physically show you the pictures so we get some clarity on what some of these things are. Okay, you guys, so hold on a second. Let me share the screen. Okay, so these are 3 examples of engagement baiting, and they might be a little hard to see, but I'm going to talk exactly about what they are. Okay, so vote baiting, and this is actually the one that I've seen some people using, agents especially. There are ways to do it that are not engagement bait, but be very careful with this. When you have any type of vote baiting, this one right here, where you have 4 pictures or 5 pictures or whatever, and you're asking people to do a reaction, some sort of reaction, click like, click shocked face, click heart, whatever, any of that, that is engagement bait. So if you're asking them to do it, vote on your 2018 goals, if you're physically asking them to do it, and you're putting it up only for that, then guess what? That's engagement bait. Your post is going to be demoted in a sense. Reaction bait. Now, and then you're like, well, what do I do? How do I put this up? I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to talk to you. Reaction baiting. Like this if you're an Aries, or love this if you're a Leo to find true love. Okay. Like it if this. That's reaction baiting. Click this if you agree, or things like that. Those are reaction baitings because they're not actually putting out good content, authentic content, stuff that people want to interact with in a good way. That's why it's called reaction baiting. There are ways to get reactions without asking for reactions. There are ways to get people to react without actually asking. We're going to get into that. Share baiting. It has actually been against Facebook's terms of service to require sharing for any type of contest. So if you guys are running contests for gas cards or open house things or little giveaways or whatever, you cannot ask for the share. You cannot make the share a requirement for the contest. So be aware of that. That is share baiting. Then the next one is tag baiting. Let me make this bigger. Tag baiting and comment baiting. So you put a picture up, and actually basically what this is a picture that people react to, but it actually is going to a link to somebody trying to sell something. But tag friends who look like this person, or tag people that you think would like this living room. So if you're putting up pictures of the living room, tag your friends that you think would love this living room. If you're asking people to tag, that is tag baiting. So up here, same thing. Vote baiting. Vote on your favorite house. If you're asking for a reaction like that in this way, that is engagement baiting. Okay. If you're asking them to react, like this is like this if you're an Aries, or love this if you're trying to find true love, blah, blah, blah. If you put a picture up and you're like, what do you think about the ceiling in this kitchen? Or what do you think about that? You're not saying, hey, click like or click love if you love it. You're actually asking an engaging question. That is different than engagement baiting. Just so you guys know, never ask for a share as a requirement for a contest. Don't do that. Comment baiting. Comment yes if you love whatever just to get a comment. Don't do that. Now, some of you are using messenger bots. Comment for messenger bots, the comment, the way that works, that is allowed. And they've noted that in the requirements, etc. So I wanted to really get back with you guys and talk a little bit about this and what this looks like in your business. So a lot of us are using like different vendors that give us some pictures or things to put on our page, and they tell us to tell people to click like if they like this or do this or that. You can't do that. You can share the picture, and then you can ask an engaging question. You can say something like, I love the ceiling. What do you think about it? Or is there a feature that stands out to you in this picture? Things like that, like things that actually create some sort of engagement rather than demanding and rather than baiting it. Okay. The other piece to this, if you are running page-like ads by their very nature are requesting a page like. You're allowed to ask for a page like on a page like ad. That was a clarification that somebody was asking in the members group. So I wanted to make sure that that was announced too. You guys need to know that when you're doing these kinds of posts on your page, not only if you use engagement bait tactics in your posts, expect your reach on those posts to decrease. If you repeatedly use engagement bait tactics, your page will see significant drops in reach. So why is this important? So this actually, I'm going to talk a little bit about something else I'm going to get into in a little bit, or not today, in another show. But one of the reasons that it is so important that you make sure that your Facebook business page creates content that people like is because that page, if you keep it highly engaging and following Facebook's rules, your ad costs decrease significantly. There are people who just create a page, throw some stuff up, leave it, and go run ads. They're going to pay a whole lot more for ads than the other people who are creating good content, putting stuff out there on Facebook that is engaging and people actually want to participate with it. Their ad costs are going to be significantly less. And that is a fact. That is Facebook. That is why I teach you guys to do page-like ads, highly targeted page-like ads that are relevant to people who are in your target market, and to do post-engagement ads. So that is one of the things. Without clickbaiting, without engagement baiting. You don't want engagement bait on there, but you do want to be putting stuff out that people like, and you want to be running ads that help promote stuff that people like, because it affects you. It affects your page. It affects you. It affects everything. This is not where you can just run an ad and be done. You actually have to play Facebook's game. And they're doing it for a reason. Hi, Sean. Hi, Troy. Merry Christmas, Troy. They're doing it for a reason. They want Facebook to be a place where people want to be. And if they just let you run ads and don't have a page that people are engaging with, or other elements that people are engaging with, they actually lose users, which means that they lose revenue. So they're not going to take your money just to take it. That is not the point. One comment that was made about this in a group about engagement baiting was that it seems like a good way to force using Facebook ads. Well, no, it's not, because you can't actually use Facebook ads for engagement bait. If you are engagement baiting on your posts that are free, it'll kill your page. If you're trying to engagement bait on a post that you're going to pay for, or an ad you're going to pay for, let's just kill your whole entire ad account. That is not what Facebook's going for here. They're going for authentic, relevant, engaging content that people actually want to engage with, that you're not like baiting them to engage with. I hope that makes sense, and the clarity on that makes sense for you guys. If you have questions on this, please ask me. Please let me know. This one, I just wanted to really dive into this. I don't usually jump on the gotta be right now like a news source bandwagon, but this one's kind of important, and I would have done it yesterday, but I was literally in live trainings all day yesterday. This is important, and I want to bring clarity. Do you guys, do you have questions about any posts that you're running? Are you concerned about anything that you've been doing? So like I talked about page-like ads already, and I already talked about like if you're doing like the vote for your favorite, like which kind of home do you like? Do you like a historical home, or like a Victorian, mid-century modern, things like that? You can do those things as long as you're not asking to, like, you don't say comment below if. You have to use different words, and it has to be relevant to your page. That's the key, relevant to your page. Most of that engagement baiting that you're seeing are literally pages just trying to get into the algorithm, or get up into the algorithm, so that they can, and then they're getting you to react so that they could run retargeting ads to you with junk, like just to get you to buy stuff. So just wanted to make sure. Jamie says, the one thing I hadn't read yet was if they will punish people for past posts, or if it's starting at a certain date. It starts effective immediately. Let me actually pull up the data. It starts effective immediately. And shoot, where's my note? Actually have it here for you. We will start with posts in English that use engagement bait, and plan to roll this out to other languages in 2018. It's effective now. So it's effective today. They're not going backwards. If you have an ad running, or something that's an engagement baiting ad, cease it. Like, I would stop it right away. So they're not going to go backwards. They're moving forwards. And what they did was they took a whole bunch of posts, tons of posts, and they actually built an algorithm out of it so that the machine, the manual, can trigger what looks the same. And I guarantee you that there are several typical real estate type posts that we run, the people agents run that are in that algorithm. So just be aware of that. When you're doing this, the whole point of your Facebook business page is to connect with your audience, your page-like audience. Your page-like audience should be targeted. It should not be other realtors. It should not be people who have no interest in your market. It should not be fake likes. It should be nothing that you've ever paid for, as far as like a massive likes. If you're paying for page likes, like you're doing the page like ad to your targeted market, that is different. Those aren't considered you paid for likes. So just be aware of that. I'll actually give you guys the link to the Facebook page setup checklist. We just updated it. Let me write that in here, and I'm going to put that in there. And we do walk through quite a bit of stuff. You can download the page setup checklist like that. It's free. And you can, let me pin the comment. Let me remove the preview. Sorry, my system's like, it's not going to let me, okay. Sorry about that. So I put the link in there for the Facebook page setup checklist for real estate agents. You can go through and do that. We're going to add a little bit of a training on this inside our membership. So if you're a member, you're going to get more of this. Jamie said things like, what's your home worth? CMA stuff? No, you're not asking them to comment and say what's your home worth. That's an opt-in. No, that's not the ad I was referring to, or that's not the post I was referring to. The post types that they've got from real estate agents are things like comment below if, or tag someone who would like this living room, or share this to enter to win a gas card, things like that. So you never want to use share. Share is not allowed as a requirement for a contest. It hasn't been allowed in a couple of years. It is not allowed for that. And you don't want to basically beg for the reaction. You can ask for the reaction in different ways. Really, the best way is, let's say, for example, you have a picture of, say you have a picture of a gorgeous home, a home with a gorgeous view. You can actually share that and just share your thoughts on it. And then just say, what do you think? Do you agree? Is this your favorite view? Never say, please, never ask people to click like, comment, or share. You can ask them or share the thing, but you can ask different ways and in different things. But the algorithm's going to pick it up if you just try to use other variations of the words. You need to be relevant. You need to be on point. You need to be contextual to your audience. This is not about the ad, Seth. This is about engagement baiting. So it's not a matter of like what not to put in the ad. Those are like how you do your ad is different. If you're doing a post engagement ad where you're asking people to just click like or react or something like that, or comment or share, that is going to fall under engagement baiting. So just running an ad for like a listing, if you're just running an ad for a listing, you have the information and then they want more information, click here. That's not engagement baiting. That's an ad, that's an opt-in ad, or that's a conversion ad, or it's a traffic ad, or anything along those lines. So those are not part of it. However, if you have something that you're putting out there to try and get engagement, to try to build, see what's happening is people are, some of these examples that I showed you, if you just now came on, go back as soon as we're done and you can go back to the replay. But I walked through actual examples of things. What they were doing were these pages were actually putting these ads out, or putting these posts out there, getting people to react to the post so that they could create a page engagement audience. And then they were running ads to that audience. That's ultimately what was going on with that. So they were trying to game the algorithm. And that's the point. Just like when Google started, I mean, Facebook's been around for 10 years now, or more than 10 years now, but when Google started, the minute people figured out how to get ranked on page one, they started gaming the algorithm. So people would start gaming the algorithm. Google would have to change the algorithm. They'd fix it. So that's when like people would do all those link buildings, and then people would do guest posting, and people would do all of these other things. So in other words, Facebook's just trying to stay ahead of the gaming of the system. No, April, I did talk about page like ads. Page like ads by their nature are requesting a page like. You're under Facebook's requirement, you're running a page like ad, and you're asking them to like the page. That's allowed. That's different than engagement baiting. Isabel said, post gets one like a, I see some page. Okay, that's different. Isabel, what you're asking is different than engagement baiting. So the topic today is engagement baiting. Broadcast interrupted, or I paused to read Isabella's comment. It could have been because I was quiet and I was reading her comment. Yes. Okay. What you did note in that is posts that get engagement, as soon as engagement happens, the reach of the post goes up. That is correct. And that is why Facebook is actively and aggressively targeting engagement baiting in their entire algorithm in their newsfeed. So that is why they're doing that, because they know they set the algorithm so that when people react to a post, if they comment, or share, then that means people like it. And so when that happens naturally, that's awesome because it gets your posts out there. You can get stuff that goes viral. You can pay to boost your posts, totally, to get more reach and more engagement, totally. If those posts are engagement baiting type posts, and I showed the pictures at the beginning of this training or this episode, if those are engagement posts and engagement baiting posts and you're paying to boost them out, you're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill your post reach. You're going to kill your page reach. You're going to kill your ad account, period. And it's not like a Craigslist ad account where you could just go make another one. This is like the end. So don't do that. I hope the broadcast still is not interrupted. It's showing that it's live on my end and it's showing both sides. So I actually have it playing on the live, etc. Maybe it did die. There's a sudden drop in people. So sorry about that. Any other questions on there? So you're right, Isabella, reach helps. I mean, that helps reach huge, which is why they're really targeting this a lot. Any other questions, you guys, on this, on engagement baiting? I just wanted to be clear that some of what you guys are doing is engagement baiting, and I really wanted to make sure you guys knew this so that you did not accidentally kill your Facebook page. So, and that I know some of us were like, well, I'm just, putting up 4 pictures and I want people to react to them and things like that. That's engagement baiting. So you have to figure out another way to do that, or find another way to share good, relevant content. One of the things that I would recommend, this actually takes a little bit of work, but one of the things that I would recommend is start doing 30 to 60 second pre-recorded videos, upload them to Facebook. They can be things like things that may be something that you do differently, how you help people differently, but make sure they're short if they're pre-recorded, things like that, because Facebook likes video. They like video for number one. And number two, when people watch it, etc., then guess what's going to happen? You're going to build a video view audience, and then you can target that audience with ads. So a couple of options there. So I really wanted you guys to know this. What's really cool about this is right now, this is separate from engagement baiting, just so you know. I'm actually on the video, and I noticed this yesterday because I live stream just about every day, but I noticed this yesterday that while I was on the video, I could see that Facebook was telling me your video is popular with, and they told me the gender and the age group, and then of course they want me to boost it to that gender and age group. But they did that yesterday and they're doing that today. So I find that very interesting that they're showing that for you now to get you to boost your posts, of course. If there's any other questions and you're watching this in replay, please ask your questions in the comment below. I hope that was as clear as I could make it this quick. I don't have actual people's examples of ads that you probably should not be running anymore, or posts that you should not be running anymore. Just know that if you, outside of a page like ad where you're asking for a page like, you're paying for a page like ad, you're asking for a page like, that is okay. That is allowed. Outside of that, if you're asking someone to react in some way, that's an engagement bait. That's reaction baiting. If you're asking people to comment, just, to agree with something as far as in the text of the post itself, or if you're telling them to share to enter a contest, or if you're asking them to tag their friends if they agree or like this or do whatever, or if you're asking them to vote using reactions, those are all engagement bait, and your reach on that post will die. If you consistently keep posting those kinds of things, your page reach will plummet, and your ad account will be negatively affected, whether you're running them as ads or not. So just be aware of that. I hope that was clear for you guys. Ask your questions in the comments. I will pop in here over the next couple days to keep answering for you guys. Have a fabulous day. Have a Merry Christmas. And I will see you guys next week on the next episode of The Ribbit Show. Bye.